Hi, everybody.
Hello. Welcome back. Episode 4
of the Outspoken Podcast with your hosts. I'm Hunter Steele.
And I'm Jake Gentry.
And we are so happy to be back with you. We are both tired, but thrilled.
We are getting tired, and I'm getting over the plague of my life. So please just excuse my raspy, plugged up voice.
Yes. We are both on the downhill of little sicknesses, but Jake's definitely hit a lot harder than mine did. So, if he has a little cough attack, just don't blame him. But
Please don't blame me. It's
don't
not my fault.
blame him. Love me. Sorry. Okay. Anyway.
Okay, so something that has been taking up much of my time this week, probably more than it should, is the good old FBM, Facebook Marketplace.
It has, truly.
I've just been finding so many good things. And I've messaged a lot of people, is this still available? And lots have been no. This one girl, I found this chair and it was the cutest thing ever. Do I have a spot for it? No. Do I have the money for it? No. But I was about to buy it. Whether that means I was going to take out a loan or I don't know. But we're like in the process where she's like about to send me her address for me to pick it up. And then out of the blue, she texts me and goes, my mom actually wants it, so never mind. I was like, girl, that was my chair. Like, you can't just give my chair to your mom.
Yeah. That's poor FBM etiquette.
I know.
Like, that's something you don't do. Another thing that has
like,
bothered
communicate
us,
to all your family members before you post it on Facebook Marketplace. That's my thing.
Right. Another little etiquette thing on FBM that has bothered us is when people put, like, free, or we saw one that said, like, $40 in the description, or in the title, and then you click the item, and like in all caps in the description, it's like, this is not actually free. This is not actually $40. It costs way more than that.
True.
It's like, why are you putting like this clickbait price to be super
Literally,
cheap or free?
It's clickbait. That's what it is.
And that pisses me off.
Okay, also, there was one, we almost bought a TV. Like, we almost bought a physical TV. It was like a 50-inch Samsung. I was like, perfect for Hunter's room.
We had a set time to pick it up.
Literally, like, I was about to Venmo them. And she goes, okay, like, just before you buy it, like, I've been telling people to, like, read the description, like, thoroughly. In the description, it literally says, yeah, like, the TV, like, still gets power, but it doesn't turn on.
It's like the screen doesn't work.
It's like, okay, so it's like a cute decoration.
Well, but then in the description, she says, it's an easy fix, but we just didn't want to do it, so we bought a new one. And so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, how easy of a fix is it if you felt the need to buy a brand new TV and sell this 50-inch smart TV for, what, like, $60?
Yeah.
Like, it's probably not that easy of a fix. And I messaged her that, and she just read it and never responded. So
we said,
no
bye,
TV
girl, we'll buy our own
us.
TV.
Yeah. But we did get a cute lamp and a cute couch.
Yeah, we did get a cute couch. Unfortunately, it didn't fit in Hunter's room, so
yeah,
we had to find it a new home for temporarily.
Yeah. So it's temporarily with my family in Nephi.
Yeah. And the cute lamp is on my shelf, and it is really cute. I'll have to show you guys a picture at some time. Text me and I'll just send it to you.
And then we also got a bunch of cute dishes from the TI.
True.
Like really cute.
Yeah.
Like they were gems that were just
true.
all there together. So it was a good week when it comes to purchases.
Yeah. And like we haven't spent that much money, honestly.
Super cheap. Yeah.
Okay. So I have been wanting to do like a little segment type thing at the beginning of our episodes. And so we have been brainstorming of like what we want to do. And so we have decided that we are going to have a weekly rant. So we're just going to talk about the things in our week that we just need to get some hot air out about, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it'll be kind of fun. Hopefully it's not too negative, but
Yeah.
maybe it will be, and you should probably listen to a different podcast.
Well, see, and this is the thing, like we both understand the importance of like being positive, but it's also good to sometimes just get things out and rant, to get things off your chest. And so this is a safe space. And when we have guests on, we're still going to do this segment. It's a safe space for you to just get things off your chest.
We also just like to gaslight ourselves into thinking that everything we do is like healthy.
Yeah.
Even if it deep down really is, we just have to like make sure we feel like it is.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Agree.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get right into it. Okay. My rants. I have two. Number one. I don't know who I'm complaining about, but whoever decides that like every once in a while we need to be sick can just like get away, because I hate it and it's horrible. I don't get sick very often, so I am thankful for that. But when I do, I die. I literally this weekend for about 16 hours, like I couldn't talk, I couldn't see, I couldn't move. I was in bed the whole time. I would stumble to the bathroom and like try to throw up and I couldn't. It was just horrible and miserable. And why do we have to do that? Literally, I hate it. I haven't been that sick in so long. And then like all of a sudden, it was like lifted from me and I was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like that was yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Like I got out of bed at like 3 p.m. and I was like perfectly fine after that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually really
So
sad.
weird.
It hit him like so hard.
I like was so delirious, and like Hunter like was being my little doctor caretaker. I was like, babe, I don't know what to do.
It was so sad.
I was like literally shaking. It was bad.
No, it really was bad.
I almost
Like,
went
I
to the
was
hospital.
Worried for him.
But here I am.
Here he is, back and better than ever.
Yeah. Okay, my second rant. Why? Maybe it's a here thing. I don't know. But I've been trying to run for my marathon training, and nothing crazy, but just like going around Provo on the sidewalks, I literally almost get hit by a car like every 13 seconds, I swear. Like I'm just trying to cross the street, and it's like the little white guy that's like the white token or icon guy on the stoplight. So I start running, and there's a car like braking and like almost about to hit me, and I'm like, how are you like here right now? This is my space.
Yeah.
And it's scary. So then I sometimes get so mad from almost getting hit by a car so many times that I just go home. I know, and I'm like, I'm trying to be happy and healthy, and you're killing me while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So
that is frustrating.
just really annoying. I just wish everyone would just slow down a little and watch out for pedestrians.
Yeah. I mean, my pet peeve this week with driving is that
Pedestrians being in your way.
No. But, well, I do sometimes get mad. But I shouldn't. This is my thing. When you are about to turn, and so you're putting on your blinker to get into the turning lane, okay? And I'm behind you. If you're going to get in the turning lane and your blinker's on, just get in the turning lane. Like there is no need
There's nothing
to
stopping
hover
you.
over 100 yards, like moving 1 foot to the left each time, because you're braking while you're doing that. And then there's a herd of cars behind you just coming to a standstill, all because you don't just go like that. Like it's that easy. Just get over. So that's my rant of the week. Just get over. Okay, now that we got that off our chest, we are excited to talk a little bit about our hometowns this week. We planned on having a guest on this week's episode, but just some scheduling conflicts came up, and the sickness and a lot of things got changed around. So we promise, stay tuned, a guest is coming, but we thought it would be a good opportunity while it's just us to talk about growing up in small towns, because we both grew up in really small towns. His a lot smaller than mine even, but we feel like there's just like some unique things about that experience. And so some of you will relate because you also grew up in a small town, and some of you will maybe be curious because you grew up in a city or something of that sort. So we each just thought of some questions that we're going to ask each other, and we're just going to talk for a little bit about our experiences.
Let's get into it.
Okay, babe, what you got?
Okay, so let's just talk about your high school situation.
Okay.
Because, like, it kind of, like, confuses me still a little.
Oh.
Just, like, because your high school isn't just, like, your town.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I lived in the town of Nephi, and Nephi is in Juab County in Utah. And so the high school was, like, for just a chunk of our county, and so it was called Juab High School. It's in Nephi because Nephi is the biggest town in Juab County, and then there was like a couple other just really small towns that also came to our high school. So it's like Nephi. Most of you won't recognize these other names, but Levan, Mona, and Rocky Ridge all attend my high school, Juab.
And how many people were in your, like, maybe like your class?
My graduating class was the biggest that Juab had, and there was just over 200.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah. That's not, like, too huge.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not too huge. And we had, I know a lot of schools here only do, like, 10th through 12th is high school, but we had freshmen, like 9th through 12th was high school. I think yours was the same, yeah. And was Parma High, like, just mostly Parma?
Yeah. Well, and like, the town is what the school is called. Like, it's Parma High School.
Yeah.
And, like, all the towns around us, like, it was, like, the name of the city and then high school. Like, it's not really, like, different names because there's only one high school per town, like, of that size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Parma High School, and it's pretty much just people that live in Parma.
Gotcha.
When COVID happened, there was some people that, because Parma is right on the Oregon border, and Oregon was a lot stricter on COVID. And so people from Oregon came to Parma School in Idaho. They would, like, lie about their address and come to our school so that they could actually go to school instead of having online.
Yeah.
Not a bunch. I mean, probably like 10 people came to our school from Oregon that year.
That's crazy.
So, because we didn't, like, in 2021, like, we went back to school fully.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, after that 1 year of, like, quarantine, we went back to school normal.
Yeah.
And Oregon, like, didn't for that whole next school year.
Yeah.
So.
That's wild.
Other than that, it's just Parma people, just really,
Parma.
though. Yeah.
The Parma Panthers, right?
Parma Panthers.
Juab Wasps. Isn't that should have been on my weekly rant. Like, saying that plural.
Wasps.
The Juab Wasps.
That is hard.
Like,
did you have a mascot
annoying.
that was like a wasp?
Yeah, it was a literal wasp.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Ours was a panther, and, like, panthers are like, it's a fun mascot. It's like just a cat suit.
Cute.
Yeah. I guess, like, on the topic of high school, what are, like, some of your random, or I guess, like, town or school traditions that you're, like, that are kind of, like, weird or funny that maybe not everyone would relate to?
Yeah. Okay, this one, since I grew up in Nephi, obviously I thought this was normal, but I realized it's not. So for our, like, prom, like junior prom and, like, senior ball, those are, like, the two bigger dances. You do the whole, like, ask them on a date or ask them to prom in the fun way, like with a poster, whatever, right? And then the day of prom or senior ball, you do your day date with, like, a group. But then the evening, there's like a literal show at the high school in the gym where like all the parents and people from the town pay to come watch. They're sitting in the audience, and then like at first they just like call out each name, and they'll say like, I'm just gonna use who I went to prom with. I'll use her name. They'll say like Lydia Douglas, daughter of, and then they'll say the names, and then escorted by Hunter Still, son of blah blah blah. And then you like walk
Every
out of this
single
tunnel.
person?
Yeah, who goes to prom or senior ball. Then you walk out of this tunnel, they're in their like huge poofy dress, you're in like a tux, and you do like this pattern around the gym. You like walk in a circle.
My gosh.
Then once everyone's out, there's 2 choreographed dances. There's like a fun one like that you learn for weeks prior in the
Oh
gym.
my
You have like
gosh.
prom practice and senior ball practice. And then they like take group pictures for your group and individual pictures, like school pictures, like those type of
Yeah.
people are there. And they do that after. So
That is so interesting.
it's kind of a quirky
We-
thing.
Okay, so we had lots of dances, which is a Utah thing, but also, I guess, an Idaho thing.
Yeah.
Like, we would have homecoming, tip-off, which was in the winter, prom. Well, I guess that's only 3. And then we would have, like, a few more, like, dances that weren't as formal, like a Valentine's dance or, like, a senior dance or just random things that, like, weren't put on by, like, the whole school.
Yeah.
Anyways, but we had like a promenade at our prom where like at prom parents could come at the very beginning, and it's just like an introduction thing where you like walk in with your date.
Okay. And then they leave.
Yeah, and then parents leave and then prom starts.
Oh. Okay.
So that's kind of how that was,
Yeah.
but nothing else.
Yeah. No,
That's
yeah.
so fun though, I feel like.
I mean, it was fun. Like, I never knew any different, but because it went so late that after there was still like music playing, like after everyone left, and like you can stay and like just have a normal dance. But at that point, everyone is finishing their date somewhere else. Like most groups, like would do
That
a
is
movie
the-
night
that
or
is
like
prom?
do something different. Yeah, that is prom. The show, that's prom. And then you go finish your date, whatever you have planned at night to do.
Oh my gosh, that's so much better. Like ours is a dance.
Yeah.
Like the whole time you're just dancing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, on that
That's
note,
so interesting.
what were your high school dance like? What were the vibes? What was it like? Because I feel like at a small school, especially, it's not great. I don't know. Like,
No, yeah. It was
it's
like
not that fun to me.
even like my very first dance, it's like you show up at least 30 minutes late or an hour late. You dance for like tops an hour and then you leave.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I mean, like you would go with a fun group and you pretty much just dance with them.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a DJ. They play like fun like rave music, I guess. I don't know.
right. Yeah. No, that is fun.
Like Pitbull.
Fun rave music like Pitbull. Love it.
No, yeah. Like they were fun. Like I actually enjoyed them. But yeah, the most fun part is like your day date or whatever, which
Yeah.
I didn't always go on day dates. It was just kind of like a every once in a while thing. And
Yeah.
then like dinner and then the dance and then you maybe like go to someone's house for like an after party.
Yeah.
Like watch movies or like play games or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's fun. Okay.
I was gonna say, my little tradition
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
also kind of has to do with the dance. So for homecoming, which is in the fall for like football season,
Yeah.
the whole week there's like festivities going on. So like there's dress up days that are always like super fun, and like there's like volleyball. It's like the boys have a volleyball game because there's not men's volleyball in Idaho. And then the girls, there's powder puff. The girls play flag football, and there's like a fireworks show after that. So it's really fun. And then the whole week, every single night from Sunday night to Saturday night, there's TPing, which is toilet papering, vandalizing.
Thanks.
And it is, I'm not even joking, every night from like 8 p.m. to midnight, you go out with your group of friends, you all pile in one car, and you go and like toilet paper other people's houses. and it's so fun.
That is
You
fun.
do it every single night. You dress in all black. It's like playing night games because like the people chase you.
And it's like a established thing, isn't it? Like
It's
it
like
happens every
like
year. No matter
everyone
what.
does it every year.
So like, do police probably doesn't get involved at all, right?
No,
like,
they do.
Oh, they still
Sometimes.
do.
Well,
Okay.
like some people are really grumpy and annoying and call the police.
Yeah, that makes
Which
sense.
I guess like whatever. We
But
are
that's,
like on
a
your property at
fun-
night destroying things,
Yeah,
but like it's for fun.
yeah, exactly.
It was like one of my favorite parts of high school, hands down.
That is so fun.
Because like some people are like really into it. Like my siblings will like get to stay up late that week, my younger siblings,
Yeah,
and get to like watch out for the TPers and like chase them away.
yeah,
So it that part is fun. And like even like some parents will like get super into it, and like I don't know, people have like paintball guns and to protect their house, and like people have like fireworks to shoot at you.
yeah.
So it's like fun to like like you're actually in danger.
That is
But it's just
fun.
like lots of reckless driving in the middle of the night, teenagers. It's very like wholesome. Like
Just
everyone is having
small
fun.
town
and-
things.
Yeah.
One might say.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, speaking of, we were kind of talking about how like growing up in a small town kind of forces you to make your own fun. Like you just have to like do random things for
Yeah.
fun because there's no like set entertainment for you, which I love. That's one of the things I will say I'm grateful for about growing up in a small town is I have the most like random fun memories of things that we did growing up. So maybe let's talk about that for a little bit. Like maybe even before high school, like if there's things you can think of like growing up with siblings or just friends, like what did you do for fun?
Yeah. I was like a bit, this is like when I was little,
Mm-hmm.
like a young child. I was like a big pretend player,
Same.
especially like movies and TV shows that I liked. I would pretend to be them.
We're on the
And-
same wavelength.
Like there's like fields like right behind my house, like 10 feet away is a field. And so like it's just like out open for us to frolic.
Yeah.
But so we would play like one of the big ones was like Lord of the Rings. And we would like pretend to be the characters and like run around the field and like make forts like just in the middle of the woods. And it was so fun. And that I feel like, and we would just come back and like be completely muddy, and then we would have to take off all our clothes, and our mom would spray us with the hose.
That is so fun.
Yeah, but we would literally cry when that happened because it sucked.
It's part of the process.
Yeah.
Love it.
Anyways, what did you do when you were like little to have fun?
Same. I feel like I was gonna say I was very, and I think a lot of kids are like very influenced by media and movies and TV shows. And so, and I think just your imaginations at that age, like you want to just like make those things real. So I have a couple quick ones because I think they're so funny. But like in elementary school, I don't know if have you seen the movie Jump In? It's the jump roping one. It's a Disney movie.
I've heard of that though.
For those of you who have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It is a legendary movie made by Disney, and it's basically like these groups who form a team and they go to like a jump roping competition, and it's like so
Fun.
intense. So my friends in elementary school, we like made groups and like literally practiced like every day after school and like came up with a routine. It was so fun.
I love that.
It really was fun. And then Hunger Games was huge. Me and my little brother, he especially is like really into, I don't know. Yep, exactly. He's a Hunger Games fanatic. I am too, but he like makes weapons. Like he made throwing knives out of steel. Like he literally made all these throwing knives. He had a blow dart gun.
Oh
And
my
so-
gosh, he's like actually trying to kill people.
No, yeah, kind of. But we would actually like set up an arena and have a cornucopia and like play the Hunger Games.
Just you two, or like a big group of
It was
friends?
usually me, him, and his two friends making him a Katie. It was us four.
Fun.
So it was really fun. Hunger Games was, yeah, so fun. Oh, and then the last one that was also kind of fun is we loved the show Billy the Exterminator, which he's just an exterminator and he would go exterminate like the craziest animals. Like I think he lived in Florida or something. So like it was like snakes and just like random things like that. But we literally became the exterminators on our block and we like had a video camera and would like video us doing it. But it would just be like
I need
bees or
to
like
see
a
those
wasp
videos.
nest. Yeah, we'll have to watch them. Anyway, it's just fun, like being kids and having a big imagination.
Yeah, that's so cute. Tell them about the cemetery.
Oh yeah, we live like my neighborhood is right next to the big cemetery in Nephi. So growing up, when we would play night games with the kids in our neighborhood, we would play in the cemetery. So we'd be playing Ghost in the Graveyard in the actual cemetery, which probably is not good. Like the older I get, yeah, I'm like, all those people are probably like, damn, get off of me.
I'm not even joking. The first time that Hunter brought me home, we're driving by the cemetery and he's like, this is where I used to play. I was like, what?
He already doesn't like
so
cemeteries
funny.
too, and I didn't know
They
that really
creep
at the
me out.
time. So it was funny. But yeah, we used to play in there too. It's just fun, a fun little spot.
Yeah. Okay, what about like as you got older? Like
Yeah.
hanging out with friends like in high school or maybe even after?
Yeah.
Like what do you do? Like it's not, I don't know. Like there is nothing to do.
Agree.
You
I
have
think-
to like find
Yes.
things because like my town, like there's no restaurants. There's 2 gas stations, one has a Subway, and that's literally like the extent of it.
Yeah.
So like it's not like you can just like go to a restaurant like super fast. It's like when you hang
Yeah.
out, like it's you drive 30 minutes to like the nearest McDonald's,
Yeah.
and like that is your like event for the night
Yeah.
because it takes 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. See, and Nephi is like a little different in that it has like some food things like, and so I can't imagine having nothing like that because honestly, a lot of times that would be what we do to hang out is like, let's go eat at Arby's or another place. But I think two thoughts come to my mind. One, because there's not a lot to do, I feel like a ton more students tend to be a lot more involved in like school activities
True.
and stuff. You know, like going to a small school, I was able to play multiple sports while also doing choir and being in speech and debate. Whereas like at a big school, you can't really do that. Like it's a lot harder. You have to have like one focus. And so I feel like that like kept us pretty busy is like the more involved you were, the busier you were. But outside of that, I would say like we did a lot of things outside, like, you know, camping, hunting, fishing, hiking, four-wheeler
Outdoorsy
rides,
boy.
just the outdoorsy things. But yeah, that's kind of, I guess, what we would do for fun, for the most
Cute.
part. You
Yeah.
know? What about you? And was there anything else? Like
I mean,
growing
kind
up
of
in high
similar. It's kind of different because it's like Parma is like all flat. There's not really like mountains close. So
Yeah.
like you're not going to go hiking through flat potato fields. Cause like that's just
You're
not.
like, meet up 5 to roam the field.
No, literally. So it's like we seriously would be like, oh, what should we do tonight? Should we like go to Walmart? And like we would just drive like so far to go to Walmart and just walk around and buy random shit.
Yeah.
And like let's go to Dutch Bros and like drive so far
Yeah.
to get a drink and then you just drive home.
Yeah.
Or I mean just like hang out at people's houses was very
Right.
like you just watch movies and play games, which is fun, and I'm sure that's like pretty standard for lots of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it was like so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is fun. I feel like there's like just a bunch of fun like small town traditions too. I don't know if you have any others like that aren't necessarily particular to your high school, but I don't know because Parma is so tiny. But for example, like what's coming to my mind is like we have a huge fair every year, and there's like a demolition derby that's like well known, and then we have like the Ute Stampede, which is like this weekend long rodeo with like parades and stuff. So I feel like there's things like that everyone, the whole town goes to. That's like really fun times of the year. But I don't know. Does Parma have like any like celebrations or community events?
There's this thing in Parma called Old Fort Boise. Fort Boise was like a fort for like trappers and stuff, like before Idaho was like a state. And it literally, there's like a replica of it now. Cool. And like first thing you see when you come into Parma, and it looks like a little castle. Cute. But like you can go and tour it, but it's like indigenous people and like the early settlers of Parma and stuff are like in that replica. But there's a thing called Old Fort Boise Days, and it's like a week of like fun. It's not a fair, but it's like a little, like there's like carnival and like a farmer's market type thing. And like lots of like the sports and stuff will do like fundraisers at it for the high school. So that, but it's really like not a huge deal. There's like fireworks, but like there was like many years where like I didn't even go because it's like that insignificant. But it is kind of like a fun thing. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Maybe I just wasn't that into it. But there's like a parade for it. The parade is always really fun, actually.
Period. I loved parades.
I love parades too.
Up, they're so fun.
Yeah.
One quick, I have to say this about Nephite, a really weird tradition that I feel like deserves some attention. During the week of the fair, there is a parade. This parade is also a competition, and it is called Bathing Beauty. Okay.
Okay. You lost me.
Yeah. Just hold on to your horses. Because this parade is for high school girls who just wear some small bathing suit and sit on top of a truck and go down the street. And then the end of the parade, they go to this, in the park, there's like this outdoor stage. And they all come out on the outdoor stage, and there is judges there. Oh. And one of them is always one of the cowboys from the fair who is like drunk every time, I swear.
Oh my goodness.
And they are judging these 16, 17, 18-year-old girls' bodies in a bathing suit. And then they award them 5th to first place cash prizes. And like growing up, that was just like, this is no offense to any people I know who have done that, because that was just normal to us. Okay. And you all look so good. And I remember watching it, but like, I don't know, just as I've gotten older, I'm like,
that's just wild.
That's quite
and it still happens.
Crazy. Yes.
That surprised me that it still is going on.
Yes.
Because like that is wild.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like they don't even do that in like Miss USA, the bathing suits anymore, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Okay, I was gonna ask you what someone from Nephi is called. We were talking about this the other night.
Yeah.
Because Nephi is obviously named after someone in the Book of Mormon.
Yeah. So I guess we're called Nephites. I don't know. Like I've never referred to us, but yeah, I guess I'm a Nephite.
And someone from Parma is literally a Parmesan.
No, you're not.
Yes, it is.
You're a Parmesan?
I just looked it up because I didn't know.
That's the funniest.
Like, because it's like Parma, Italy. That's where Parmesan cheese comes from.
That's what you're named after?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I am a Parmesan.
You're a Parmesan.
And you're a Nephite.
Cute. The star-crossed lovers. The Parmesan and the Nephite. Defy all odds.
Yeah. Okay.
Crazy.
Okay, we have to know what is like the biggest drama or traumatic thing that like happened in your town in your childhood.
Oh my.
You can be as specific or as generic as you need to be for those who were involved's privacy.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be private in any way.
Okay.
I'm giving names, dates.
No, you're
I'm
not.
Just kidding.
Okay. Receipts. Timeline.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
You know who you are.
Real Housewives reference. Okay. I'm going to try to be generic because the community of Nephite is
Oh, yeah. I was going to
so
say that.
intertwined, and like my family is all still there, and I still have so many connections there, and it's I loved the small town, one, because everyone rallies together like when someone's like going through something, but at the same time the tea is hot. There is so much drama and everybody knows everything about everyone, or they think they do, so stuff just spreads like wildfire. Couple that are coming to my mind that were just like the craziest things growing up is, this was when I was like younger in elementary school, but there was like a substitute teacher, I want to say, who
The substitute teachers,
it's
they'll
always a
get you.
substitute teacher, and I want to say she was in her 40s or 50s, I'm not sure, but she had sex with like 6 different like football players on the high school team. Or
Slay girly. Cougar.
yeah, she was that, and got caught, and it was this big thing in the news. Like,
Did she get arrested?
yeah,
Probably?
she got arrested. Yeah,
That was
yeah, and that was just crazy. There was like a big drug bust in my high school, which was crazy because I remember it being like most of the kids were like the what you would think are like the good, like Molly Mormon, like
yeah.
keep rule followers, involved in everything, and they got caught for like drugs, and that was like a huge shock to the town. Like everyone's like, oh. I still remember all of their newspaper or all of their pictures in a row in the newspaper.
Drama.
It looked like a yearbook page, like where all the
They're
photos
like
are next
mug
to each other. It was
shots?
like 23, like yeah, mug shots, and we were all like, anyway, that was crazy time.
The slander, the public slander.
Yeah. There's one more. I'm not sure if I'm going to share it, so I think you should share yours, and I will ruminate over this and decide if it's appropriate to share.
Okay. This is probably also not very appropriate, but I'm going to share it anyways. Sorry. Okay, so there was always drama with the Parma High School cheer team, as there is at every school. But there was like literally, we had a few good coaches, and then like one of them retired. And then from there, it just went downhill really fast. So they hired a new cheer coach. She's a young, cutesy girl. And she decided to recruit a bunch of male cheerleaders because we need some stuntmen.
Yeah, she should.
Well, she had ulterior motives.
Oh, okay.
And I'm saying this, I'm putting her as the bad guy. I shouldn't. She ended up being in a relationship with one of the boys.
Okay.
He happened to be an adult. He was a senior and he was 18. So it wasn't illegal.
Yeah.
She did get fired because she was not supposed to be having sexual relations with a student.
Right.
But it was the biggest drama. And then she was like married and had children. And she was also like in a public relationship with this guy. So she like broke up with her family and like got engaged. It was actually really tragic. But then they broke up again and like, I don't know, just big drama. Wow. But like it was like the talk of the town for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And then the cheer team was like dissolved. Like we didn't have a cheer team anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Because of all the drama. Like people were quitting. People were like standing by the girl, the coach. Like it was just wild.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, small towns are insane. I feel like sometimes the craziest things happen, or you just know about it more because, again, everything gets around so quick. And I will say everything gets like misconstrued too. Like there were so many stories that got blown way out of proportion. Here's an example. I kid you not. This makes me so mad to this day. I was hanging out with some friends one night. 2 boys and a girl, okay? And Basically, this is going to sound so strange, and it is. We were so weird, and we were just in high school. Don't ask me why we did this. We just thought it would be funny and fun. But me and one of the guys and the girl decided to have a little kiss, a 3-way kiss. We all kissed each other at the same time, okay? We're kissing. Then it ends. 2 days later, I go to school.
Wait, this is how it went. Hunter's sitting there and he's like,
How did it go, babe?
they were like, Hunter, you should kiss the girl. And he's like, only if it can be a 3-way with you too, dude.
Not even. I did not. I promise. It was their idea, but he was. Never mind. Okay. Anyway. The next day, I go to school. I go to PE. My literal PE teacher, coach, gym teacher, whatever. He's like 40 something. He's a football coach too. Comes up to me. Hey, I heard you had a threesome with blank and blank. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, no shot. Who'd you get your information from? I kissed them, but that's it. Anyway.
It had to just have been like a tiny little lip touch.
Right.
How do you, you can't 3-way kiss any more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but even so, how do you get that from that? And why is my PE teacher asking me that in the first place? Kind of crazy. So anyway, small towns are just so interesting.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. So we've talked a lot about just like the quirks, the funny things about our hometowns and growing up in a small town. Obviously, we both live here in Utah now, in Utah County, and it's bigger. We don't live in like a huge city, but it's definitely a lot bigger than where we're from.
Yeah.
So, babe, I guess like from your experience there and here, where do you see yourself in the future? Are you more of a small town guy, or do you like the city? And if so, like, why do you like it here more than there?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I honestly, I've said this before. I don't want to live in a small town again.
Yeah.
It was good. All the positives that we've talked about. It's fun, and it's not necessarily that like I didn't like living there, because it was like fine. I honestly just like being around more people, and like there's more access to all the things that I like to do.
Yeah.
And like I don't even know what I want to do like career wise, but I don't see myself doing anything that I could do there.
Yeah.
Because you have to be working remote or on a farm or traveling far to live there, like literally.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to do those things. So
Totally.
that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Even Provo is like a little small for me.
Yeah. Agree. Agree.
So yeah, anyways.
Yeah.
What about you?
I love it. Yeah, no, I'm similar. I mean, I love Nephi. I love going back. My family's still there. I will always go back and visit. Like, it's such a fun place. But I would say, along with all the reasons that he shared for wanting to be somewhere a little bigger, I also just find that, and I hate to like stereotype, but it's just the reality is I have found that in bigger cities or bigger places, people tend to be a lot more open-minded. And,
so true.
Yeah, I guess like, yeah, open-minded, progressive, accepting, inclusive, right? Because it's easy for small towns to just have tradition be such a core part of their community, which in some ways is good and cool and what makes them special. But in some ways it can also be harmful to people who don't feel like they fit the mold of what their small town expects of them.
Yeah.
And that was me. Like, that's why growing up in Nephi, like I did have so much fun, but I never, ever, ever even thought about coming out as gay, because I knew that did not align with what it was like to live in Nephi. And so I just think about like my kids and stuff like that. And like, man, I would hate for them or anyone to ever feel like who they are and who they wanted to be couldn't be because of where they live. I would never want that to be a roadblock.
Yeah.
So
like, yeah, I like how you said that. Good job.
Thanks.
I was gonna say something else, but I lost it.
Say
It went
it.
out of my brain.
Oh.
It's okay. You said it so well. I don't need to add anything.
Thanks, babe.
But I 100% agree. I can tell I'm starting to get tired because
Me
my words
too.
are like mumbling together.
We're slurring our speech.
Yeah. So we should probably be done for tonight. But thank you so much for listening. We love you all. We are so excited to talk to you more next week. We have some exciting guests coming on. And yeah, it will be so amazing.
Yeah. We love you guys. Have a fun week. Bye.
Bye.